Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at more Am I Wrong stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. Am I wrong for telling my parents I didn't have a kid? They did, and they need to take care of her, not me. My parents had me when they were 18 and 19. They always made it so obvious they resented being parents so young, and added to that they never tried to be good parents. I typically spend most of my time at friends' houses. I don't have extended family to rely on. They disowned my parents for having me so young. So friends' houses were a positive in my life that made me feel more comfortable than being at home with my parents. My parents never did the typical parent stuff like helping with homework or showing up to support me at school. I don't think they ever attended a parents' conference for me. They ignored a lot of stuff I needed to get signed, and I'd have to get right in the face on the last day to get signatures. My birthday and Christmas have never been a big deal for celebration. They do celebrate their wedding anniversary, but that's just a them thing. When they told me 2 years ago they were expecting a baby, it really surprised me, but then it hurt because sometimes they said stuff that made me feel like I didn't exist. Like how they were so excited to have a baby and how they couldn't wait to be parents. Huh? But they're already parents. That's messed up. Like imagine you just existing already, but your parents act like you don't. A friend of my mom's did remind her of me, but then she and dad said I was basically the too early practice run and this was the real deal. When my sister was born, they were so attentive to her that I ceased to exist completely. I got sick and my school was trying to call someone to pick me up early, but they ignored the calls, and when I got home, they had taken the baby out for a family day. When they got home, they hadn't even realized the school called because they turned off the phones to enjoy family time. My mum quit her job a month after my sister was born. She wants to be a stay-at-home mum, and she and dad want at least one more kid. My dad leaves work early on Friday so he can spend more time with the family, mum and sister. My parents tried to have another kid for over a year, and mum isn't pregnant yet, so they're jumping to fertility treatments. They told me I need to watch my sister for a few hours every week while they attend those appointments, and they gave me this detailed list of stuff she needs and what I'm going to do with her. I told them I won't, and that they had her so they need to take care of her because she's not my kid. My parents told me it's a 3 hours a week and not a huge deal. Dad told me I need to look at her as paying back all they did for me. I said no and told them they don't give a crap about me, so why would I help them? Yes, tell them. I can't believe the parents don't realize what's going on, like why the kid is like that. Do you know what I mean? Well, your kid is like this because you never showed them any love. The fact that they're just being so attentive and so caring to this new kid, but they've never been like that to the first kid. Oh, that's so upsetting. How dare you call your kid a practice run? Oh, they didn't even practice on him, you know what I mean? They didn't. I bet these parents don't even remember this kid's birthday. They don't remember anything about this kid. I would feel the freaking same. You know, I would feel salty as, yeah, I would hate everyone in the family. I would hate my siblings too. Yep. This is what happens when you play favorites. Okay. It's also the fact that the mum was reminded by her friend that, you know, this kid is your first kid. And they were like, no. No, that's just practice run. And now this new kid is the real deal. Pathetic. I just have no words. I just feel so bad that they have to go through this, you know. They have to go through the entire youth of not being cared for, of not being loved. And now they have to watch the sibling get everything that they've ever wanted. See? Why do some parents bring kids into the world? Why? Am I wrong for following my late sister's wishes and kicking our brother out of her funeral? My sister passed away recently after a long illness, and before she died, she made very clear instructions regarding her funeral. She specifically did not want our brother, John, to attend or receive any of her ashes. To provide some context, growing up, my sister wasn't kind to John. John also was not great. They fought like cats and dogs. As an adult, she sought therapy, recognized the damage she had done, and tried to make amends. She apologized multiple times and reached out, but John refused to reconcile. He was clear that he didn't want a relationship with her. When she became ill, my sister made one last attempt to reconnect, asking John to visit her. He declined again, stating that he had no interest in repairing the relationship, even as she was dying. This hurt her, and she made it clear that if he didn't want to see her while she was alive, she didn't want him at her funeral or receiving any part of her remains. In her view, if he couldn't show up for her in life, he had no right to be there in death. John showed up at the funeral uninvited. I think our uncle gave him the date and time in line with my sister's wishes. I asked him to leave. He became angry, caused a scene, and accused me of being cruel and preventing him from saying goodbye. Several family members have since criticized my decision, saying I should have let him stay for closure, saying that funerals are for the living, but I pointed out this was her last wish. He thinks I'm a huge jerk, and I'm refusing to give him anything of hers still. The family is mostly split. They did the right thing. How dare he not visit her when she was alive? And then he's only gonna visit her when she dies? He couldn't even give her the closure that she wanted, but he's gonna get the closure that he wants. No thanks. I feel like if he was just gonna stick with never seeing her, he should have stuck with that. Why would you go see her now? I feel like that's even more disrespectful, right? Like the whole time she was alive, you didn't want to visit her, nothing, no contact, nothing. But now that she's dead, you want to? Just don't. He shouldn't have came. And this person did nothing wrong because they were just following the sister's last wishes. So yeah, that's the most important. Am I wrong for refusing to drop my ex-husband's last name? I divorced my husband 2 years ago after 26 years of marriage. We have 4 kids and the split was amicable. He came out as gay and we mutually agreed to part ways. Changing my name wasn't a priority. Updating IDs, legal documents, and bank accounts would be a huge hassle. I still use his last name on official documents, but go by my maiden name socially. Recently, he got engaged to a wonderful guy. I've been supportive of the relationship, but during my grandson's birthday party, my ex suddenly asked if I'd consider dropping his last name. His fiancée chimed in, saying that it makes him feel uncomfortable that I still use it. I was caught off guard and awkwardly joked that unless they want to spend hours in lines at various government offices, I wasn't going to change it. He insisted it's about starting a new chapter and wants me to move on. The whole situation felt bizarre. For 2 years, it's never been an issue, and now they're ganging up on me. After the party, my ex called and argued that keeping his name makes it hard for his fiancée to feel like they're starting a fresh life. I countered that our kids still use the same name, and it would feel strange for me to be the odd one out. What really hurt was learning from my youngest son that his fiancé feels threatened by my name, assuming I'm clinging to some claim on my ex. I've made it clear I have zero interest in rekindling anything, but it feels like I'm being pressured to erase a part of my identity. My ex admitted his fiancé is uncomfortable because he sees me keeping the name as a power play. I feel like I'm caught between trying to keep peace and being forced into something just because his fiancé is insecure. They want me to go through the hassle of changing everything for their comfort. I told my ex that I'll consider it later, maybe after they're married and settled. But now he's furious, saying I'm being petty and selfish. You know, honestly, if I change it, then I'm also changing the kids' last names too. Because, you're going to be insecure? Okay, we're changing everything then. The fact that this person has had the last name for 26 years, I would not change it too because of the hassle and everything. And no thank you. Yeah, no thank you. But here, I can think of one solution. If the fiancé is so upset about the last name, why don't they just take the fiancé's last name? Right, now your man has your last name, so you don't gotta be insecure. You know, like, okay, I don't get it, but alright. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are, and as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!